Shut Up, I'm Talking with Matt Powers and Larry King Guy, the #1 rated podcast in Angola. And now your hosts, Matt Powers and Larry King Guy. Okay, so you sent me a text message the other day, and it's a picture of your face, and you have an eye patch over which eye? The left eye?
It was over my left eye, yes.
Left eye, and it had the pirate skull and crossbones on it.
Yes.
Very playful.
Yeah, my sister thought that was hysterical.
Oh, she bought it for you?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
The generic eye patch, I got it. No, I didn't get it at the doctor. What, like People's? Or is that around anymore? What is it? Walgreens? Whatever the drugstore is.
So befuddled.
I don't know. Just
It's a five and dime.
Yeah, just a generic eye patch. People's. When did they go out? Like in the 80s?
Probably. As cheap as you are, I'm surprised you didn't just tie an old gym sock over your head.
Yeah, well.
Except how would you have a gym sock? You don't go to the gym.
You need a rim shot sound effect on your board.
Do they make sit on your ass socks?
Yes, in several different colors.
And you told me that it was temporary. And by the way, for everybody listening, that's the first thing I asked. I didn't start making jokes. I made sure that it wasn't a permanent issue before I started making jokes.
Don't backtrack now.
I think the first one was, the first joke was, we have to change your name to Sammy Davis Powers.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it wasn't, I didn't know it was temporary. I had to get the medicine in there to see if enough blood would drain out of it to make sure it wasn't something serious.
So how long was it before you knew that it was temporary, that it was going to be temporary?
About 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks.
Wow. Okay.
Walking around like Mr. Magoo. It was hard to drive. I found all the curbs.
Do you just scan back and forth a lot?
Yeah, like a Cylon. It just went back and forth.
Well, you've got a neck. You can move it.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to crank your head around.
Any accidents?
No, I didn't have accidents other than, like walking into a wall or something.
So you have a better driving record with one eye.
Yeah, I didn't have any accidents. No, nothing. It was a very stressful 3 weeks.
No doubt.
Late Friday night, something happened, and I got this big black spot in my vision. But everything around it was clear. Everything around it I could see perfectly fine and in focus. And I'm like, well, this can't be good.
Right.
So I did the only prudent thing. I went to bed.
Oh, my God.
I woke up the next morning, and it was the same way. And I'm like, God, I don't know what the deal is. Well, over by the course of the day, it got worse and worse. And what was around the black dot started to get blurry. By Saturday night, it was gone. I could see light and vague shapes, and that's it. It just got progressively worse all that day Saturday.
All right.
And I'm trying to work, and I'm driving around, and I can't see shit. I'm walking around with one eye closed, and I'm like, this is not good. So I called an eye doctor, a retina guy, and of course it was his service because it's a holiday weekend. And he finally calls me back, and I'm describing what it is. And he goes, well, just call your doctor on Tuesday. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm fucking blind in one eye. Well, he goes, well, then go to the emergency room. So, okay. It's late Saturday night. It's about 11 o'clock by the time I get a hold of this doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? That's it. I went to bed. Well, it's too late to go now. I'm tired. I'll just go to sleep. I said, well, if it's not any better in the morning, then, I got up. I said, this is terrible. I went straight to the emergency room. And I said, listen, I did something to my eye. I can't see. I'm blind out of one eye. So one doctor comes in. And he wants to do the vision test. And I said, I don't have any. I said, my eye is dead. I can't see anything. So he's checking anyway, and they're looking in there. And he tells me, it looks to me like you have a detached retina. And I'm like, oh, fuck, that doesn't sound good. But I'm going to go get somebody else, and he's going to double check. All right, somebody with more experience, because it's a holiday weekend. You're not getting the A team.
Somebody who's not just going to give you the first diagnosis that pops into their head.
Right. So the second doctor comes in about 2 hours later, and he's giving me basically the same tests. He's looking at it, and he goes, well, I don't think it's detached, but I'm pretty sure because of the amount of blood, it's torn. Now it sounds to me like it's getting worse. First it's detached and now it's torn. He goes, I don't like the way they look at this. We're going to send you downtown where there's an actual eye surgeon. He's going to look at it, because I'm sitting there thinking, look, well, somebody better do something, because this is unacceptable. I can't stay like this.
Please.
I'm talking to these guys like I'm talking about something broken on my car. No, you fix it. I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear you guessing. What is it? Change the part. Let's go. What
do I need? Some oil?
Yeah.
Some antifreeze?
So he goes, all right, listen, I'm going to send you down in an ambulance, because that way when you go straight in. If you drive yourself down there, you got to start all over. And I said, okay, I'll do the ambulance. Now, this is at Memorial Hermann Hospital right up here by my house. The one they're sending me to is downtown in the medical center.
All right.
Now, thankfully, Houston has one of the best medical centers in the country. Or at least that's what they tell me.
They won't stop talking about it, frankly.
So I get in the ambulance, and I'm sitting in a gurney, and I say, I've never been in an ambulance before. And I thought the guy was going to kill me, because this driver did hit every curb he could find in an ambulance. I'm like, and then in the meantime, the woman in there is putting things sticking all over me so I could check my vitals and all that stuff. And she's like, well, I think we're having a problem. And I'm like, why? And he goes, because I'm not registering a heartbeat. And I went, of course, I died 2 days ago. They didn't tell you?
That had to fill you with confidence.
No, of course there's no heartbeat. I'm Nosferatu. Asshole.
Don't you bring a mirror around me.
Yeah. Fantastic. All the shit I've done, this is what's going to kill me. Riding in an ambulance to a hospital.
It's the carnival music they're playing, too.
Exactly.
It's not a siren.
So I just said, my heart's fine.
I'm worried about my eye.
Yeah, it's my eyeball, not my heart. I can tell you it's beating.
Its vitals are not good.
I'm not getting a heartbeat. Oh, God. Meanwhile, she tells me, it's like, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. I thought the whole thing was going to tip over. I get all the way downtown, get to the hospital. They wheel me in. And then, of course, just hurry up and wait. And I'm waiting. At first, I'm in the hallway waiting. And then I get into the room, and then I'm waiting another hour or so. And then finally, an eye surgeon comes in. This guy, hello, I'm Dr. Finkelstein, or whatever his name was. I started calling him Doogie Howser because he looked like he was about 14. I tell him, this is the problem. I can't see out of my eye.
It's so blunt.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting to panic.
What's the problem? Can't see.
I'm blind in one eye. Obviously, something is wrong. Now, I had one doctor come in and tell me I had a detached retina. Then the next one came in and said it might be torn. He goes, okay. I said, but he goes, they're not eye doctors. They can overreact. I'm like, all right, maybe this kid knows what he's talking about. So he starts giving me some eye tests. He's looking there. And he goes, well, then I said, what do you think it is? And he goes, well, there's too much blood in there. I can't tell. I can't see anything. We got to get rid of the blood. And I'm like, blood? Now I'm getting nervous. He's saying you could have had an eye stroke. And I'm like, is that a real thing? And he goes, well, yeah. Now they're going to give me chest because they think maybe I'm not getting enough blood to my head. There's just, my arteries are clogged or something. I'm like, what? I've gone from being nervous to being panicked to now I'm just angry. I'm waiting around 6 hours to tell me this guy, I got blood in my eye. So I got to wait, and they wheel me into this CAT scan machine. They inject me with some shit that goes through my veins. Okay, now fast forward at least 6 hours. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I asked the nurse, I said, are the test results back? Because the doctor needed to see them to tell me what's going on. Oh, we can't rush that. We'll get them when we get them because they're out there playing around. It's like, but there's a lot of cops in there, a lot of convicts or criminals, Got a lot of guys in orange jumpsuits handcuffed to the gurney.
Were you arrested, Matt?
No. I'm like, obviously, I'm downtown. It's, it's the gunshot ward or something. Prison riots. All I know is I'm fucking blind in one eye. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I showed up at the hospital by my house around 9 o'clock in the morning, and I still don't know what the problem is. So I go out there and I say, listen, I had this test at least 6 hours ago. What's the deal? And then this male nurse starts getting snotty with me. We cannot rush these things, sir, and we'll get it. And I said, why don't you, Zippy, let the adults talk? Because I've had just about enough of your fucking ass. Because he told me to buzz off the first time. And then the cop comes up because I'm getting loud. Then the cop comes up and goes, do we have a problem? I said, you go back and let me find out what's wrong with me. I don't need your bullshit either.
Yeah, what's he going to do?
What is he going to do? I said, I only need one fucking eye for your ass. I said, somebody better give me some goddamn answers right now. Sir, we're going to have to calm down. Fuck you. Give me my answers. What is wrong with my eye?
We don't need to do anything.
Yeah. Cop just stared at me for a second, and I'm looking at her, and I said, am I being clear? Am I speaking English? Everybody was quiet then because I was not playing. And, of course, she starts screaming at one cop. What happens? More show up. So now that I see 2, 3 of them out of my one eye because they're off to my left. I had to crane my head around to see them. And they're walking towards me. And then she goes, listen, they've been given to the doctor. You're supposed to be here. I said, fine. That's all I needed to know. You could have told me that 4 fucking hours ago. Now, somebody give me a sandwich.
I need a hand job and a sandwich.
That's right. I
In
want
that
2
order.
sloppy bombs and a hand job. So,
And make that 2 separate people. I don't want the hands to be involved.
I went back in there and I sat down on the bed. Then Doogie Howser comes back. He comes in and goes, okay, we're going to let you go. And then you just follow up with your doctor on Tuesday. And I'm like, are you out of your mind? What? You're telling me I could have a thyroid problem, that I have an eye stroke, I'm in danger of blood going through my artery up into my brain, and now you're telling me to just go home? He goes, well, I needed to get these done to make sure there was nothing scary.
Scary for who? For him or you?
Yeah, I guess for him. I don't know.
At least he's not afraid anymore.
I said, you're absolutely kidding me right now. I said, let me tell you something, man. If this is permanent because you're sending me home because of this kind of bullshit, I'll be back here to discuss it with you. I ain't fucking playing. This is my eyeball. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, I'm telling you, you're going to be all right. I said, okay. So they cut me loose.
Immediately arrested you.
Yeah, nobody said a thing.
Nothing to say.
I am thankful because they would have arrested me, and I probably would have got my ass stomped because I can't see anybody coming from the left. How I survived from the day, I don't understand.
The important thing is that you survived, Matt.
Yeah, it is. And then all it does is, get my ass up. And now, oh, yeah, nobody's going to do anything? Now I'm really going to run my mouth. You know what I mean? I can't leave well enough alone.
No, I need to prove my prowess.
Fuck yeah. And now it's like after 2 o'clock in the morning. I, of course, have no car. My car is up at the other hospital.
Oh, that's true.
So I call Michelle.
Your girlfriend. See, I didn't call her your business partner.
Thank you.
You will. So this is the first she's learning of it.
Oh, no, she was there earlier, but she got tired. She went home.
Oh, okay.
Because they told me they're going to keep me overnight because I'm blind.
Now, I talked to you on the phone one night. Was this one of those nights?
When you talked to me, I was in the hospital. I was in there because of my foot. That was before.
Okay.
Fucking dying piece by piece.
Your pieces are still surviving.
Yeah. So anyway, she gets all mad at me because now she's got to come all the way up downtown at 2:30 in the morning, which is not a safe place because Houston is a shithole once the sun goes down.
Nice.
And then, that was a long ride back to the hospital by my house so I could pick up my car and go home. So I go home the next day. Of course, I can put my hand directly in front of my face so I can't see anything. I could see lights and vague shapes. Like I could tell you if the door was open or not, but that was it.
All right.
I could tell that somebody was standing over there, but I could not tell you who it was, and I couldn't tell if it was male or female, adult, child, nothing. So I call a retina doctor. Well, they won't see me until I get a referral. I have to go to my regular doctor to get a referral to an eye doctor who has to give me a referral to a retina guy.
Oh, my Lord.
And they charge you $35 every pop so I can get a piece of paper to go to the next step.
Can't I just buy a stamp?
Exactly. And, of course, they all want to do the same test because obviously I'm going to come in there and lie that
Right.
my eye's not working.
This is our fraud test.
So I finally get to the retina guy, make an appointment. He's the one that tells me I need a referral. I call my regular doctor. The shithead on the phone tells me, okay, well, we'll set it up. We'll probably get it there in a couple of days. I said, no, you'll get it there in the next 15 minutes. All you got to do is fax a piece of paper. I'm going to this guy today. Well, I don't know if we could do that. I said, I will be there in a half an hour. You'll either hand me the paper or it'll already be sent. Well, that's not how we work. I don't care how you work. I said this is what's going to happen. Because now I'm thinking it's been almost a week between all these stupid appointments. It's not getting any better.
Right.
And I'm thinking I'm gonna lose my stuff. Well, I haven't thinking I lost it. It's gone. So I called my insurance company and told the guy on the phone what was happening. He says this takes 2 days to get a referral. He goes, dude, it takes like 5 minutes. So while I was on the phone, he called my doctor's office and told him he's authorized for this referral. Fax it to him right now. Oh, okay. Apparently then it was all right. And then I got it, so I got to see the eye doctor that day.
Good.
I go into the eye doctor. They, of course, give me the same test. They're looking at it. And he goes, I am not equipped to deal with this. This is too serious. I need you to go down to this doctor, this guy, Lee. You need to go there today because he's the best one we got in the Houston Eye Doctor Group or whatever the name of the practice is.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody is going to help you, he is. Fantastic. Now I got to go all the way back downtown. Now, this is all on the same day, so I don't care. And besides, she was driving. So,
good.
Plus, they dilated my eyes. So
yeah.
Now I'm really fucking blind. I can't see nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I drive down there. Guys looking at it. I said, first off, they're telling me my retina's torn, my binga-da-binga-da-binga. I'm giving him the whole spiel. I give him the papers that they gave me at the hospital. And he's saying, well, I can't tell anything because there's too much blood in your eye. So he gives me this thing where they're shooting lasers in there and looking around and like an x-ray machine.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, here's the problem. He says, you got a blown blood vessels back here. And it was very obvious when he had it up on the thing. He goes, this has flooded your eyeball and your retina with blood. That's why you can't see. And until we get rid of this, there's no way to tell if you have any kind of damage or not. And I said, well, what would cause that? And he goes, you have diabetes. And he starts giving me this whole lecture about diabetes. You're going to lose your legs. This is, of course, right after I got out of the hospital for my foot.
Right.
Which they gave him the same shit. You know, because your diabetes, you're going to lose your foot and all. Biggity. So I'm getting irritated because I'm asking, well, what do I need to do to fix this? And he's going on and on about not taking care of yourself with diabetes. And I was like, look, believe me, I am acutely aware of the consequences now of not taking care of my diabetes. So this coulda, shoulda, woulda conversation really isn't helping me. What do I need to do? He got a little irritated with me, I think. And he says, what we're going to do is we're going to give you some shots in your eye, which will help clear up the blood, and then we'll see what's doing. I said, fantastic. Thank you. That's what I need to know. And he goes, in the meantime, go get a patch at the Walgreens or CVS or whatever the fuck it is. And, just be careful.
Now, what specifically was the patch for?
My eye needed to rest.
Okay.
For a lack of a better term, I guess. I don't know. There was a reason for it.
Go into a relaxed state, maintain.
Right.
I got you.
Okay, so we'll see you next week. We come out there, and then she starts complaining at me. This is because you don't watch your diabetes and And I said, listen.
She's been looking forward to that.
I don't need to hear from him. I don't want to hear from you. I am acutely aware of the consequences now of not paying attention to my sugar levels. I just got out of the hospital because they were telling me I was going to lose part of my foot, and now I have no eyeball. Believe me, I'm paying attention. I get it. Okay.
You know she lives for that.
Of course. All women do.
Yep.
I told you so was their favorite conversation. It's the one they live for.
And now for an episode of I Told You So, featuring Annie
to
Broad.
Me. I go back in a week. He literally gives me a shot in the eyeball.
What was that like? Obviously, you couldn't see
anything. It was the most unnatural thing I've ever done.
What was the sensation?
They numb your eye really good.
Oh, okay.
And all that stuff. You feel the pressure because he goes, all right, look up and to your left and hold still. He sticks the needle in and you can feel the juice go in there. It was more weird than painful.
Because that's extra fluid, right?
Yeah, and there was, some pressure in there.
Yeah. So
he asked me when I first got, I go, are you watching your sugar? I said, I'm watching them like a hawk now. I'm not playing around anymore. So I get the shot, and once everything worn off, then I got like a bad headache, and it felt like a lot of pressure.
And probably because of that pressure.
Yeah. But the good news is the next day when I woke up, the big black spot had broken up. I still couldn't see anything, but now there wasn't one big black spot. It was just a whole kinds of shit floating around. I would describe it as looking through like a lava lamp.
All right.
Well, that's good. So slowly but surely, things are getting better. Now I can tell you if it's a man or woman standing over there.
Well, so how long did that take?
A couple of days.
Okay.
The next day, the black blob broke up. And then over the course of the next couple of days, things started to clear up a little bit because a lot of that blood started to, I guess, flush out of my system. So pretty soon I could tell you if it was a man or woman standing over there. Then I could see the better shapes. And if I stuck my hand in front of my face, I could tell you how many fingers I was holding up. And it was always one.
Middle.
Because the first time they did the eye test, My one eye I can see fine. You look at E, F, G, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when they did my left eye, he goes, all right, tell me. And she had it on the biggest. I said, I can't see anything. All I can see is the fact that there's a TV up there with a white screen. I can't see anything. The second time I came in, I could almost pass the driving test. It had come back.
Wow.
Where I could see letters. And then there was a day where I came home, turned on the TV, and I could actually see what was on the TV. I could see the show instead of it just being a white screen. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Then the next week I went back, and then they gave me a shot in my right eye. Now, that one hurt because I don't think he used enough dope.
Why did they go to that eye?
Because they're trying to prevent this from happening to my right eye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is all damage from the beatings.
So there was damage to the other eye. It wasn't.
Yeah, there is damage to the other. Oh, yeah, there's damage everywhere. He asked me, well, what are you going to do now? I said, I'm going to go punch Captain Morgan in the face. He's to blame for this.
I don't want to say
He didn't think it was funny. I thought it was funny.
I don't want to say I told you so.
But. yeah, exactly. So now it's to the point where I see fine, just like the other eye. It's come back completely, thank God. Except that there's shit floating around, but not nearly like it was.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can actually, my vision has returned. So I say, okay, Lord, message received. I'm not fucking around anymore. Because really, the moral of the story is I have a disease that I have literally ignored for the last 25 years and done nothing about it. I go to the doctor, they say, oh, you got, give me another pill, let's go.
God damn.
I'm serious. That was my attitude. I'll just take the fucking pill, let's go. I don't want to hear it. Well, now I don't have a choice because things are starting to go way wrong.
So how have you changed?
How have I changed? Well, I haven't eaten any crap.
Good.
I'm not eating a lot of junk. I'm doing fairly well.
Are you still eating over the sink?
Screw you. Fuck you.
That's a yes.
Yes, I am, because I don't want to make a mess.
How did I know?
So thankfully, my eyeball's okay now.
Very good. I'm glad to hear.
So now I have to go back in a little less than 2 months from now and do it again, get the shots again.
How often is this going to have to happen?
Hopefully one more time, and then I won't need it. But if I have to keep doing it, it's like once every 3 or 6 months.
All right.
I told myself, listen, you need to function properly. That's it. If you're not going to work right, just drop dead.
Oh, my Lord.
I don't need this bullshit. I'm not dying by pieces. I'm not having shit cut off me. Just drop like a man, and that's it.
Wait, how about this? You just live healthy, and you stay alive, and just enjoy life.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing.
There you go. But I don't think you have to demand of your body.
I demanded. I looked right in the mirror and I said, stop fucking around.
You said knock it off to yourself.
Yeah. You've ignored this long enough. Now it's time to handle business and quit being a dick.
So good has come from it, Matt.
Yeah. And my toe is completely healed. I went back to the foot doctor and 100%.
Very good.
Except now I have no toenail on that toe.
It's a small
That's
price
a small
to pay.
price. That's right. Because it is nothing.
You want me to get an eye patch for your big toe? I'll get a Band-Aid and put a skull and crossbones on
my
it.
My feet are horrendous. They look like the unfrozen caveman.
You want to take a picture for the fans?
Yeah. Can we sell them?
Let's put them on a T-shirt.
Yeah, glistening with a light lotion. And I was, all full of myself because even though I'm at an advanced age with one eyeball working, I still had a big mouth and was yelling at cops and everybody else in there. Like, awesome. And nobody did a fucking thing. Not one person said stop it or shut up or challenged me in any way whatsoever. I fucking slapped the dick down on the table and people snapped too. That's 100% beef beating on that desk. And fucking people snap right in line.
That's what happens when it's flaccid, motherfucker.
Yeah. Talk sweet to me and I'll shatter glass with it. I guarantee you that.
Does it sing at a high pitch?
Everyone in that hallway knew who the fucking alpha male was, man. One eye or not. I'll never be that old. Right, listen to that shit.
Good.
Fuck yeah. I did feel good after that.
Yeah,
I went back and sat down. You know what? I still got it.
What is it being a prick?
Shut Up, I'm Talking with Matt Powers and Larry King Guy. A presentation of the Comedy Bunker Podcast Network. Search online and on social media at Larry King Guy for more fun.